What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Story Time with Lee Hammock. Today we got a rageful narcissist that's escalating in his behaviors. So stay tuned, we're gonna break this thing down. It's time for Story Time with Lee. Now sit back, get comfortable, and listen while I help make sense of your story. I love that. Shout out to Jessica for putting that together. But yes, this one is a short and sweet, straight to the point, y'all. So ain't gonna hold you too long. It says, my fiance and I have been together for 5 years. He has had terrible anger issues that haven't been getting better, and he blames me for every single for every for, blames me every single time for him hurting himself. He hurts himself. We argue often, and then when I say a comment, he gets abusive and starts destroying the room. Just before he needed to take me to work the other day, we argued about money, and I said he needed to pay back his friend. Instead of using his words, he started getting angry again and was pushing me when I was trying to get my stuff. Then it escalated, and he smashed his head through his closet and broke the wooden desk he got from me. He then pushed me down on the floor, and I hit the laundry hamper. He also yelled at his mother and I very loudly. He blames me, then starts crying, says he's a failure, and then later on apologized for hurting me. All this because he said he's stressed about being unemployed and that I piss him off. We both apologized to each other, but I told my boss what happened, and she said I can report him. Every time I try to go home, I live with my parents, and so does he. He says I can't. I am the only one, I'm the one that's going to therapy and doing everything except I can't drive myself anywhere. I feel trapped because I have full-time work and part-time school. I've tried to get him professional help, but he has no medical insurance and refuses. Do you think he is a narcissist? And that's the end of the story right there. Y'all. That was a quick, short, straight to the point. Um, Goodness gracious, y'all. It was short, straight and to the point, but it was still, you know, jam packed and whatnot. Also, I'll throw my email address on the screen so y'all can send your story in here. See how short that was? I mean, like you can make it can be up to 2 to 3 minutes, but like that was perfect. So to address this is your fiance, and I say this to everybody right here, y'all. This is your fiance. It doesn't have to be your husband. It doesn't have to be your husband. Like, I'll be real with you. I tell this to people all the time. Adding things to an already toxic relationship does not make the relationship better. It just adds more stress and makes things harder to escape, makes it harder to get away. Like having a baby will absolutely make your life harder. Getting married to this person will absolutely make your life harder, and you be financially and legally tied to this person. So if he makes horrible financial decisions, they will be you a lot of times you'll be implicated in them because you're tied to him through marriage. He'll try to get you to sign for things and whatnot. And you said y'all been there for 5 years, so that's a long time. But still, this does not have to be your husband. I know a lot of people get caught in these situations and think that just because you've been together for a while, you have to stay together. And people refer to that as the sunk cost fallacy. It just means it's like you feel like you put too much time in it to just walk away, to just give up on it. But the thing is, the time is already lost. You can't get that time back. You can waste more, but you can't get more out of it. So the sunken cost fallacy means that you think you're gonna, you have to stay because you already got time invested in it. You absolutely do not. You said he hasn't been getting better. He will only get worse as the older they get and they refusing help. This is who they're going to be, and these behaviors escalate. They already escalate. If he's doing this in the home with his mom and yelling at his mom, and you after pushing you on the ground and you hitting yourself on the floor, you hitting your head or whatever on the laundry hamper, this will get worse. I'm willing to bet any amount of money on it. Your relationship will get worse. He will start getting more physically violent because this person right here, he's out of control. Yes, he has mental health issues, but that does not give him the right to do this type of stuff. Not like, how do I say this? I'm probably not trying to scare you, but people like this, their anger escalates so much to the point where he's probably gonna end up strangling you. Will he take your life? Who knows? He's out of control. If he's ramming his head through the closet door just because you told him to pay somebody money back, that's insane. You see right there, that type of stuff right there, those behaviors, doing it in front of you, not being able to verbalize his emotions, that gets worse. And his mom, she knows this is who he is. This is how he is and whatnot. So I feel like you right now, I know you said you feel trapped because you have a job in school. you need to find some other form of transportation. Work on trying to get a car or something along those lines. I know that's simplistic. Like, Willie, that seems simple. I thought about that. Yes, you need to do it. You thought about it. Take the action. You have a full-time work. Take the action. He said, I don't know what the home life is like. You say you still stay with your parents. So I don't know if when I stay with my parents, I had to pay bills. So I don't know if you're paying bills or whatever. But if you're not paying bills, save up, get a car, have your mom or dad help you get a car. Because I'm pretty sure if your mom and dad hear this stuff, the type of stuff that he's doing, they wouldn't want you going over there with him. They wouldn't want you going over there because their little girl, their daughter might not make it back home because he's escalating his behaviors. He's escalating his danger right here because he can get super angry. Then he starts crying. That's manipulation. That's emotional manipulation. That's self-deprecating behavior. He hits you. He did hit you. He hits himself, then hits you, then starts crying and says he's a failure. That's self-deprecation. That's him just trying to make himself the victim. Somehow he's the victim now. He did all of this stuff. He caused all this damage, but now somehow he's the victim. He's the victim. You see what I'm saying? He's the victim. No, he's not the victim. He's trying to victimize himself, and he's got you feeling sorry for him. And your boss is right. You can report him. I'm not saying you, again, use discretion because some of these people snap. But yeah, you absolutely can report him because he puts you on the ground and whatnot. And because you're sharing it with your boss is probably going to start being worried about you. You know what I mean? Because you shared it with your boss might can help you find some transportation to and from work, you know, because she might be, they might be understanding, or she said she might be understanding of the situation. You know what I mean? So, but again, don't apologize to this person. You said we both apologize to each other. You didn't do anything wrong, but because you apologize to him, he probably thinks that he's okay. Well, his behaviors are justified. You see what I'm saying? When you apologize to him, he feels like his behaviors are now justified. His actions are now justified. This is how he's feeling. This is what he's thinking. Like, well, she apologized to me, so we good, you know? So it's just like in this space right here, every time I try to go home, he says I can't. So that's very isolating behaviors because he doesn't want you to go home to tell what's going on there. He wants to isolate you and just abuse you on his own terms, on his own grounds, like his own stomping grounds. That's horrible. That's like horrible behaviors right there. I'm not trying to just talk negative about him. I'm pretty sure he might have some good qualities, which is why you got with him in the first place. But this is all going downhill. You can't try to help him get professional help. He has to want to do that. But you said he has no medical insurance and he refuses. So he's not trying to do that. He thinks he's okay because you said at the beginning, he blames me for everything. You said he blames me for every single thing. Every single time he blames me for him hurting himself and him getting angry. That's not your fault. He didn't just start doing these behaviors. That's why his mom is not calling the psych ward or calling the hospital. The police are trying to get him help because he's probably been doing that for years, and she probably should have put him in therapy a long time ago. Again, these are his behaviors. Like, so I feel like you got to make a plan, an escape plan, because this type of person will try to ruin your life or take your life, you know, because his behaviors are absolutely escalating. They just are. I'm not trying to scare you. I feel like I have to jar you a little bit because his behaviors are escalating. They are getting worse. This is what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? But thanks for sending it in. I wish the best for you. I'll pray for you. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you do escape and find an alternate form of transportation to protect yourself, because this person right here he's going to end up hurting you. These behaviors always escalate because he's not going to get any better. He's not doing any type of work. Like, he's losing control. I don't know how old he is. You can listen how old he was. But to me, just the age his behaviors, I'm going to guess he's like 23, 24 years old. Maybe if he's older than that, even worse. That just seems like he's about 20, maybe 22, 23, 24. Well, he's in that age range right there. That's so bad. But thanks for sending it in. Everybody, you can leave a voicemail here at this number right here, or you can share your story online, or y'all can send me videos, tag me in, not tag me, email me video links that y'all want me to respond to as well. It can't have music in the videos, y'all. So people be sending me shorts with loud music. I can't respond to, I can't do reaction to videos with music in them, y'all, because YouTube will silence the video. But thank y'all so much. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And as always, y'all, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video.